What's up, Algebra 2 class? This is your teacher, Mr. Walker here. Let's talk about inequalities. Hope you're doing good. So, let's talk about this real quickly. We got four different types of graphs that go with inequalities. They're all pretty simple. And we got solving inequalities. Now, in truth, solving inequalities are very similar to solving equations. The only difference is when you get finished with them, you have to go through and make a graph sometimes. The graph just basically shows you the range of solutions that can work for this. So when we're dealing with inequalities, we're dealing not only with one solution, we're dealing with many solutions that could work for this. See, we give you at least one value that is like the baseline for the solution, and then whatever the inequality symbol is tells you which way to go to for other situations that could work for that particular equation. So let's talk about how the graphs of these look. All right, first off, we got x is less than 3. What this is telling you is that for this inequality, anything that is less than 3 will work. So how do we graph it? We're going to take, let's get something colorful in here. Here's a rainbow marker. All right, let's make a circle around 3. Not a circle like that. We're going to have to make a circle like, ooh, my fault, computer bugged out a little, technology and all that. All right, so we're going to make a circle that is open like this around 3. Now, for our arrow, a quick indicator to know which way your arrow is, you can essentially look at the symbol and then make an arrow facing that way. So this arrow is facing this way. It's also facing the values that are less than 3. So we go this way and we make our little arrow. Now over here, we got something similar. We got 3 again, but this time it's saying x is greater than 3. Then when we make our graph for this, we make an open circle again. And this time our arrow is facing towards everything that is greater than 3. So that's everything here to the right. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. So for the next ones, we have something different for their graphs. They're still going to be going similar directions as these two, but this time the circle that we make is going to be closed. Now, when I say closed circle, I mean instead of you having a open or nothing filling in inside of the circle, you're actually going to go and shade that in. So this one here, this is x is less than or equal to 3. So we take our circle, we fill it in, and we point to everything that is less than or equal to 3. Now over here, we're going to do the same thing, except instead of us pointing to the stuff that's less than 3, we're pointing to the stuff that is greater than 3. Okay. Now, what do these 4 mean? For this first one, this means that any number less than, actually I'll make that less than 3 will work. Okay? Pretty simple. So any number that is less than 3 will work for this equation. Okay? Now, for this, the number changes from any number less than to any number greater than will work. Now, keep in mind, this is talking specifically less than 3. 3 will not work for this because 3 is not less than 3. Over here, 3 is not greater than 3. 3 is the same as 3, so these don't work. Now, for these two, because of this line underneath, that includes 3 in our solution. So, for this one, this is saying any number less than or equal to 3 will work. So any number less than or equal to 3 will work. And then we also have over here, instead of less than, we're having greater than. So these are our 4 particular types of solutions and what these graphs will look like for them. Now, likewise to how we solved equations, inequalities are pretty similar. So we're going to do one of these down here. I'm going to do a simple one, and these other three are up to you. Okay. Now, for this one, pretty simple. I need to get x by itself. Currently, it's being added by 2. So I'm going to subtract by 2. So if I subtract, subtract both sides here by 2, these cancel out with each other, leaving me with x by itself over here. So x, and then we have our less than symbol. And then we have 6 minus 2, which is 4. So since this is a less than symbol, when we make our circle around our graph, we make a circle around the number 4 and point to everything that's less than. Now, other than this, these ones over here I'm going to leave for you. I do want to caution you to write this next part down on the side. So, when you solve an inequality and you divide by a negative, or actually, I'm going to make that a little more simple. Divide or multiply. So if you are solving an inequality and you divide or multiply by a negative number, you flip the inequality sign. Now, this may not pop up on your homework or not entirely sure, but if it does, it's cool. That's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. But I want you to at least have a brief mention of this. Now, make sure that you write down all your notes, copy them into your notebook, and you need to double check with the keys. That'll be posted on Google Classroom later today to make sure that you got everything. All right, folks, see you.